Now on CoastTV News.
Drought conditions persist on Delmarva as gardeners are having to get creative to conserve water while saving their plants.
Regulating parking in Rehoboth Beach, officials eyeing new rules for large trucks and trailers.
Playground upgrades in Lewes, what locals can expect at the new canal front playground, and how long construction will last.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
People statewide being asked to conserve water as dry weather conditions continue and create issues across Delmarva. Good Friday evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with continued coverage of the ongoing drought that's plaguing our region.
Delaware's burn ban order is still in effect with no end in sight, and people are also being asked to conserve water as much as possible.
However, that can be hard for people like gardeners who rely on heavy water use to keep up with their plants. Coast TV reporter Zakia Jennings shows us just one way that gardeners are working to conserve water during these dry days.
Keeping up with colorful plants? In order to keep these plants beautiful and vibrant, they have to be watered 3 times a day. But since Tuesday, people across the state have been asked to conserve water due to dry weather conditions. Karen Fox works at Wharton's Garden Center. She says they're doing their best to care for their plants while also trying to conserve water use in the process.
Some of the things we do for our larger trees is we top dress them with mulch that helps to reduce in the soil the water evaporation.
But as those at Wharton's Garden Center say, nothing beats Mother Nature's rain. Bill Edelman works with Lewes and Bloom. He says he can't even properly dig up the soil without watering it for hours.
I want to plant in here tomorrow. And the key is to get the moisture. I mean, it's hard to work. Even people in the construction business are dealing with this, so everybody's suffering from this.
Though everyone is trying to do their part to save water and save their plants, if Delmarva doesn't get rain soon, all their options may dry up. It's clear gardeners are finding different ways to conserve water, including using a self-watering planter. All you have to do is take off this top, turn on this hose, and in 5 to 6 minutes, this thing here is going to be able to hold 25 to 30 gallons of water. It's clear people all over Sussex County are working to conserve water during these dry weather conditions. In Lewes, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how concerned are you about the current drought? Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour.
Still, most people are very concerned, and we don't blame you. This is a concerning situation. Some people, just the normal amount of concern, and then 23% not really concerned at all.
If you haven't voted in this, you can still do that. Go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. Don't forget, you can also leave a comment there as well if you would like to. And we're going to have updates on this on Coast TV News at 11. Let's take a live look at Ocean City right now. Look at that sky right there, just gorgeous. Our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono, joins us now with a look at the weather. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Charlie and Christina. Yeah, one of the byproducts of this beautiful dry stretch of weather we've been having is, yes, we are in a drought right across the area, and you can see that severe to moderate drought throughout much of Delaware. In fact, as we expand further out here, much of the peninsula in that moderate to severe drought, some abnormally dry conditions as you push further to the west. But you can see up toward Philly and South Jersey, they are in a severe drought as well. And you can see not much in the way of relief. We are anticipating relatively below average rainfall here over the next 6 to 10 days. Highs today, right on average, 69 in Georgetown. We were at 69 in Salisbury, 66 in portions of Ocean City. I can assure you it is nice in Lewes there. It is clear skies. 62 Rehoboth Beach. We're at 66 in Seaford. Clear skies throughout much of the area as high pressure builds in, and this high pressure is virtually going to be right over us into next week. We'll talk more about that, and temperatures making a push to 80 degrees into next week.
Thank you, Chris. New in Milford, the city now has its first accessory dwelling unit, or tiny home, in city limits. The recently completed project, done by a nonprofit housing developer, is a 675 square foot unit. This project will now allow a local family to provide an independent living space for their older family member while keeping the family close. Outside of Milford, the city of Lewes and the town of Milton have also begun the process of rewriting housing code to allow for ADUs in municipal limits.
In traffic news, there is a new four-way stop in Milton. You can see some drivers following the new pattern. That new stop sign is at Federal Street, Warrington Street, and Mulberry Street intersection.
Over in Dewey Beach, the town council met Friday afternoon with a hefty agenda. One topic of discussion was regulating tents and canopies on the beach. Right now, a number of towns and cities in Sussex County have strict rules on this, and Dewey is now considering banning tents and only allowing canopies. Ron Keplinger lives in Dewey Beach, and he says he's glad the town wants to work with the people on this situation.
I was happy to hear they were not in favor of an all-out ban of canopies. As someone who early adopted canopy usage in the late 90s, I find them useful for our family, for our elder family, the members that come and use the beach.
Commissioners are expected to vote on this tent canopy ordinance during next month's council meeting, and we'll have more on this story coming up tonight at 11.
The nation's summer capital looking at stricter rules for parking. The commissioners of the city debating banning large automobiles and trailers from parking anywhere inside city limits. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us why locals seem split on the idea.
Big trucks and trailers. They take up a lot of space, and in Rehoboth Beach, space is limited. Friday, city commissioners are taking a look at banning them from parking within city limits, claiming they are a hazard to public safety. Locals seem split on the idea.
The streets are so kind of congested anyway, and I think when the big vehicles, they kind of they take up several parking places, and it's just kind of hard to see around them. I think it's a good idea.
A lot of times people that have trailers are blue collar workers, so it's gonna be harder on them. It's gonna make it harder for them to make a living.
Now, to be clear, the city says this would not apply to things like delivery trucks that might be unloading merchandise or buses that are dropping people off or picking them up. While the parking meters are covered up for the year and locals no longer have to worry about that expense, they could soon be worried about a new expense if they are found violating the rules of this possible ordinance. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
In Lewes, the playground at Canal Front Park is now closed for upgrades. In the newsroom tonight is Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson. Brandon, some people in Lewes say the wait will be worth it.
Christina, construction started today at the park. On your screen now is work that took place today at the City of Lewes. Will share progress photos on their Facebook page as this work continues. Coast TV spoke with a parent in Lewes about this equipment being around the park and a local who says this work will make the area better.
As long as the construction equipment kind of stays over there, he still likes running around, and we can always run through Lewes.
I mean, the park is beautiful. The fact that they noticed that and are responding to it it's so very much like Lewes. It's a continuous improvement. Everything's beautiful.
This project is expected to be finished in about a month. Back to you guys.
Sticking with Lewes, the Board of Public Works has begun its inventory of service lines connecting water mains to homes and businesses. The inventory is intended to identify any lead service lines and develop a replacement plan. This is all in compliance with the EPA revised lead and copper rule. Customers with lead lines will receive a letter explaining the findings and offering guidance on reducing the risk of lead exposure. Important note here, the BPW says its drinking water is lead-free when it enters the system. However, as water travels through the service lines, lead can enter from the lines or through private plumbing, which the BPW does not control. On CoastTV.com, we have a breakdown of the inventory so far, and there are more details to this story.
An expungement fair is coming to Milford. The fair, hosted by State Senator Darius Brown and some local legal organizations. These fairs offer free legal advice for those looking to clear their criminal records. And it's important to note that not all crimes can be expunged. Organizers say spaces are limited, so pre-registration online is required. The Milford Fair will be held on Tuesday, October 22nd at St. Paul United Methodist Church from 4 to 6 p.m. And we're just getting started here tonight.
An event where you can learn about living shorelines to tackle water management on the coast.
Well, gorgeous shot in the Lewes, 64 degrees. That water's like glass. Winds are relatively calm. And if you're heading out this evening, any plans? Well, starry skies, temperatures falling into the upper 50s on our way down to the lower 40s. We'll talk more about that and a warmer weekend ahead in my full forecast here in minutes.
But first, it's Friday, which means your cool things to do are up next. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Did you know that more than half the air you breathe originates from your crawl space? So keep your family safe with the Crawl Space Ninja system, the ultimate solution for all your crawl space needs. Crawl Space Ninja, working fast, clean, and precise to create a worry-free crawl space to keep your family healthy.
We're bringing bright hope to Delaware by creating opportunity. As Secretary of Labor, I focused on preparing the workforce of tomorrow. And in Congress, I've worked to strengthen career and technical education. Jobs that might not require a four-year college degree, but do require skills. With jobs like these, together we can build the workforce of today and tomorrow. I'm Lisa Blunt Rochester, and I approve this message because our opportunities should be limitless.
At Crawl Space Ninja, we take healthy to a higher level using chemical-free soda blasting method that removes mold without the use of any harsh chemicals. Completely safe, environmentally friendly. Crawl Space Ninja, working fast, clean, and precise to create a worry-free crawl space to keep your family healthy.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
It's Friday, everybody. Great job. We made it. And thrill seekers, history buffs, and pet lovers, there is a lot to choose from this weekend. Here's Christina DeRobertis with your cool things to do.
Well, it's almost Halloween, so we've got some spooky events lined up for you, but there's also plenty of non-Halloween fun to enjoy this weekend. Up first, Milton Zombie Fest. Saturday night in downtown Milton, you'll find freak shows, food trucks, a costume contest, and more. The annual event is presented by the Milton Theater, and this year's theme is a haunted Mardi Gras. At Killens Pond State Park on Saturday afternoon, learn how to make your own scarecrow. Just bring your imagination, and the Friends of Killens Pond will provide supplies. Join the Lewes Historical Society for their Fall Harvest Fest on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 4. You can engage with history firsthand and be transported back in time to 1774. The Lewes Historical Society is also having an archaeological dig at the Cannonball House this Saturday from 10 a.m. until the early afternoon. Teams will explore sites in the back garden of the historic house. And woof woof, join the fun at Bark on the Boards from 10 to 2 on Saturday at the Rehoboth Beach Bandstand. This event, hosted by the Brandywine Valley SPCA, includes a dogs dive competition, yoga with puppies, a pet costume contest, and a vendor village. Coast TV News anchor Madeline Overturf will be the MC. And on a more serious note, take time to honor our fallen heroes this weekend at the Cape May Lewes Ferry Terminal. The Iraq-Afghanistan National Memorial will be on display there until Sunday. This tribute honors the service members who gave their lives during Operations Iraqi Freedom and Enduring Freedom. You can hear the names of over 5,000 fallen heroes read aloud. For event details, tickets, and more, just head to CoastTV.com and click on the Cool Things to Do tab.
Looking really nice on the golf course tomorrow afternoon. It'll be a chilly start if you have an early tee time, but temperatures right around 70 degrees under mostly sunny skies, and it trends even warmer into Sunday and into next week. We'll break it all down when Coast TV News at 6 comes right back.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
When your floor starts showing signs of wear and tear from all the fun and games, Carpet and Tile Mart makes it easy to afford and install new flooring within a week. Carpet and Tile Mart, available, affordable, at your service.
This is my legacy. A legacy is earned, built on years of trust and reliability. To build the best vehicles with the best value. Right now, get a Tundra with low 3.99% APR.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
In Maryland, we live closer to the halls of the Senate than anywhere in America, but often it feels they're on another planet. Because when it comes to what's impacting your life, Washington's nowhere to be found. We can take on corporate price gouging, causing prices to skyrocket, expand access to affordable prescription drugs, keep our neighborhoods safe, and protect your hard-earned retirement. I'm Angela Also-Brooks, and I'll be a senator focused on you. That's why I approve this message.
Get ready, Delmarva. Excitement and incredible savings have arrived at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $3,200 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,300 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
In 1925, a simple bank ledger began journaling the transactions of life in Willards, Maryland. New houses, barns, and farm equipment. Growing families and businesses both big and small. A record through time of hardship and prosperity. 100 years ago, the founding of the Farmers Bank of Willards was vital to the town. 100 years later, banking has changed, but the Farmers Bank remains steadfast in its original mission, keeping and reinvesting millions of dollars right here for the benefit of our communities.
At Carpet and Tile Mart, we've got thousands of in-stock flooring solutions for every room. Now save up to 50% off, plus 0% financing up to 36 months. Hurry in before the sale is over. Only at Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Supercenters.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would
So
say.
they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would
And
go.
they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think
And
so.
they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out?
And
And the
so-
custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Now, this month is just flying by. Live look into Ocean City, where it is 62 degrees. A beautiful evening. It is going to be a chilly one at that, as temperatures will fall into the 50s, eventually the 40s overnight. Right now, we're at 61 Rehoboth, 69 there in Redden, 59 Milton, and 62 in Salisbury. Winds right now generally out of the northeast, about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Could see some gusts at the coast, upwards of 15 to 20. Coastal flood advisory in effect 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow for some minor inundation during high tide. We also have a small craft advisory up through tomorrow, and then further south up through 7 on Sunday in the bay. That goes up until about 7 tonight. Clear sailing throughout much of the Delmarva. High pressure building in, and this dome of high pressure is going to settle in through the weekend and into next week as well. We were right on average today as far as our high is concerned, 84, the record set back in 2016. There is that severe drought. Really no signs of this ending. Unfortunately, we have 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook looking below normal as far as precipitation goes. I mean, we may go into early November before we see any raindrops across the Delmarva Peninsula. Looking really nice, though, as far as this evening is concerned. Football, seeing temperatures falling into the 50s. Could see some patchy frost inland areas. Could maybe get in the upper 30s, lower 40 range the further you are away from the coast. Now, tomorrow at the coast, upper 60s, away from it, lower 70s across the eastern shore, 71 Cambridge, a beautiful afternoon. We'll see 71 Salisbury, 68 Ocean City. Futurecast, clear skies, nothing to track here on Futurecast as we continue to see plenty of sunshine through the weekend. And in fact, as we get into Monday after a chilly start in the 40s, we're going to be pushing the 80-degree mark. So any plans this weekend outdoors? You are looking fantastic. Don't forget the sunglasses as temperatures getting into those mid to upper 70s by your Sunday. And then, as I mentioned, next week, that big dome of high pressure settles in. We're pushing the 80-degree mark by Monday, Tuesday. Your temperature outlook over the next 8 to 14 days, well above average. Congratulations to our umbrella winner, Vernon Buck, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, you're the winner of our umbrella. We are watching a front moving through Wednesday to Thursday. Not much in the way of moisture with this front, but we are going to see temperatures dip back into the low to mid 60s by next Friday.
Chris, thank you. Well, if you're looking for ways to tackle water management in your backyard, here's an event to keep on your radar. Next month, there is going to be a virtual forum to learn about techniques such as living shorelines to beat erosion on the coast. It's sponsored by the Fenwick Island Residential Concerns Committee. Speakers will share insights on nature-based solutions for water management, and this is happening November 14th.
Today is the final day for nonprofits to submit applications for Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. We support children who handpick charities who handpick families in need, and they ensure every child gets a gift to open Christmas morning. Again, the deadline is today.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Happy Football Friday, everybody. The regular season is winding down for our local teams, but we still got rival matchups on deck tonight to round out the regular season. We've got the Battle of Smyrna and Dover this evening on the Delmarva Sports Network. The Eagles with a 2-4 record this year. Their 2 wins this season come against Delaware Military Academy, 36-6, and a high-scoring affair last week against Caesar Rodney, 44-36. Dover sits at 2-3 and have a 2-game winning streak coming into this contest. Back-to-back victories. First, William Penn, followed by St. George's Tech. This game just getting started, and you can watch it over the air right here on the Delmarva Sports Network. Another Friday Night Lights showdown in the first state. Who do you have winning our game of the night? Are you going with Smyrna or the Dover Senators? Here's what the fans think so far. You still have time to vote. Right now, the fans think that Smyrna has the edge. This will be a close matchup, and you can watch it on the Delmarva Sports Network over the air, or if you're on the go, you can watch and subscribe to DSN Plus tonight. Make sure you head to DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the vote tab to be able to select your vote of who you think will come out on top tonight. That'll for us for now. Have a great night, everybody.
Celebrate the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 24th to the 27th. Embrace fall by enjoying a seaside tractor ride, chilling around a beach bonfire, navigating a corn maze, or participating in a pet and bicycle event. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy the free family fun all day. For more information, visit ococean.com/sunfest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
At Ashley, it's not just the Black Friday event. It's the Ashley Stain-Resistant Fabric Where Have You Been All My Life Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Shop VIP picks like this fluffy chaise for just $5.99 Black Friday event in tax-free Delmar and Millsboro, Delaware.
We know Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, owing $59,000 in back taxes.
And she's now getting a deal. No penalties and a 25% reduction in interest.
Now the New York Times reports Alsobrooks lied on official mortgage documents, and Alsobrooks was sued twice for not paying her bills. Thousands in water, sewer, and other expenses. What scandal will they report next? Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At All Mobility, we keep you moving. Whether it's wheelchair-accessible vans, scooters, home ramps, or lift chairs, we've got the perfect mobility solution for you. Our experts will help customize options to fit your needs and lifestyle so you can stay independent and active. Scooters, ramps, vans, and more. Get moving with All Mobility. Come see us today or schedule a home consultation. allmobilitystore.com.
Now is actually the time to get your house ready for winter weather.
Call All Exteriors and get your loose shingles or siding repaired now.
Bill will send someone as soon as tomorrow to assess your repair and give you a quote on the spot.
Even if you don't have the budget for a whole new roof, making a repair now can prevent more costly damage later.
Get 25% off any roofing or siding repair, plus free financing if you need it.
Call today for a free inspection.
Roofing, siding, gutters, decking, and windows. All Exteriors.
At Ashley, it's not just the Black Friday event. It's the Ashley stain-resistant fabric where have you been all my life Black Friday event. But don't wait, because it's also the Shop VIP picks like this fluffy chaise for just $5.99 Black Friday event in tax-free Del Mar and Millsboro, Delaware.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Call now to get $1,500 off, plus free hardware and no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis.
The restoration and remodeling experts.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts. Here to help now.
Sunday night football is back on Coast TV this weekend. The New York Jets are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers Sunday night, and coverage begins at 7 p.m.
Well, the sun is set on another sunny, dry day across Delmarva. Ocean City, 62 degrees, a starry night on tap as temperatures fall into the 50s through the 10 o'clock hour. And you remember, get that forecast at any time by calling our First Alert weather phone. Sponsored by Barb, Dallas, Brockstead, and Federico. And your Paul Davis 10-day forecast shows a beautiful dry weekend. Plenty of sunshine as we trend back into the 70s by Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday of next week in the upper 70s to right around that 80-degree mark. Front moves through Wednesday to Thursday as temperatures fall back into the 60s. But overall, as you can see, we are staying pretty dry throughout this 10-day forecast.
All right, thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.